Field study on childcare experience of nursery teachers for infant and toddler with disabilities. Preliminary. Introduction. Recently, due to the growing interest in childcare and educational of infant disabilities in the care center, the quality and attitude of teachers with disabilities are becoming increasingly important. Unlike other professional teach human and jobs that only people with special qualities and sense of the mission can do. And the past it is sufficient for teachers to deliver and accurate knowledge and functional to students. But current teachers must continue to professional and play a role as an educational expert so that students can grow and develop as worldwide. There are various factors that affect and the quality of the education, such as curriculum, teaching method, educational environment, and the teachers. But most of our teachers, also for organization and interacted them at the educational site. The scope of the childcare should be both educational and protective for infants, which is the critical time to the growth, potential, and development. So disabled infant teachers must provide important role in the quality of the childcare by probably helping infants grow and develop. In particular, then quality of the childcare teachers for infants with disabilities is more important than anything else because they establish primary relationship is infant with disabilities and provide the best quality childcare service based on the technology, knowledge, and the resource. In this study, we will start discussion to improve the qualities of childcare of the disabled children by looking into the childcare experience of the childcare teachers who are currently responsible for the disabled. The result of this study will be the basic data to evaluation the qualification system for the qualitative development of the childcare of disabled children after the introduction of the childcare teacher system for infants with the disabilities. Research program. Why did you work as a childcare teachers for infants with abilities? When is the satisfaction of the work as childcare teachers for infants with disabilities? What was difficult about working as childcare teachers for infants with disabilities? What do you think is an improvement of the current childcare system for infants with disabilities and integrated childcare? Theoretical background. The story experiencing and the infants with disabilities. Childcare centers apex rating in the infants with disabilities shall be facilities designed by the mayor, the governor, and the head of the facilities. In addition, the head of the daycare center specializing in the children with disabilities as the exception of the children who are suspended or are expelled from school under the enforcement decrees of the Act on Special Education for Persons with Disabilities. Underworld, it is a special educational institution of the infant with disabilities and children with disabilities of the age for 20, where childcare teachers, special teachers, and therapists can provide the educational and treatment of infants with disabilities and children at the daycare center. Professionalism of infant care teachers with abilities. The expertise required as the child care teachers is knowledge of the skill that the child care teachers typically has to provide the quality child care service to infants as children and their special role as child care teachers is important. Studies on the professionalism of the general child care teachers so that infants are susceptible to surrounding experience expectation from child care teachers who are human environment, and then child care teachers who have professional abilities are more important than any other environment. The empathies required as the special infant teacher as well as the expertise required as a general child care teachers include the interesting and the disabled infant development as explication of improved teaching method for disabled infant as the ability to expand to program behavior. the role and qualities of the childcare teachers for disabled infants with disabilities. Childcare teachers present educational experience so that infants can grow and develop safety and develop abilities that meet the appropriate level of infant in the toddler, and also enable all infants to grow healthy and safely. Childcare teachers require the variety of the rules away from protection. Quality of childcare is deeply related to child care teachers, and the role of professional and quality factor of the child care is important. Human resources are important to provide qualitative service to all infants and children with child care. Therefore, since the quality driving role of child care is child care teacher, correct assumption of the role should be made. In order to play the role of the child care teacher for such infants with disabilities, the quality of the child care teachers is important. This is because even if the physical environment for interested child care is appropriately combines the qualities of the integrated child care may vary and depending on the quality of child care teachers for infants with disabilities. Therefore, it is said that child care teachers for infants with disabilities need to make input for self-development in order to perform a variety of tasks. Field experience of child care teachers for infants with disabilities. Becoming a child care teacher for infants with disabilities creates new human relationship and gives them new opportunities of challenging them. From the perspective then past experience output, curate experience, the experience of the child care teachers for infants with disabilities affect the overall integrated child care. Therefore, when faced with the related child care teachers for infants with disabilities face many difficulties and stress in their working environment and professionalism. These studies to find out of the job experience of special infant teacher in public kindergarten. Heavy work the centers of the hard human relations are the people perception in the infant special teacher, the value of infant special teachers, conflicting curriculum, developed about the disability integration and anxiety about becoming under teachers were among the concerns of the special impairment teachers. Research method. The participants in this study are 6 disabled childcare teachers working at the child daycare center, specializing in the disabled children. After explaining the purpose of the study on the obtaining consult from 6 teachers from report among teachers with more than 3 years of the experience. They are selected as participant in the study. Characteristic of the study participate teachers A. As a mother of the 2 7-year-old and 5-year-old children, graduated from the Department of the speech therapy and working in the language therapist at the special school. It is said that the teachers' children are particularly interested in the children because they are in the infancy. She is kind to her children and the parents as well, and she gets along with her colleagues. Conclusion. Childcare teachers with disabilities are having a busy day, prevailing at the working the heavy help children with disabilities. They must be aware of their interested and explore this and have their values. The difficulties experienced by childcare teachers for an infant with abilities showed that they experience difficulty in the supporting integrated educational difficulties in human relations and administrative difficulty and felt rewarded by disabled infant parents and fellow teachers. Therefore, it is described as an educational Untitled perspective on the difficulty and reward experienced by infant care teachers with disabilities and present barriers meaning to infant care teacher with disabilities through intervention from an educational perspective. Disabled infant care teachers who work at daycare center specializing in the disabled children generally work with the children and the families who are disabled, and they are satisfied with their work when they have positive through all the development of the disabled infant and the good relationship is their parents. There were negated perception of disabled children and having communication which is important. Thank you.